Hey. Next to rock like Mick Foley. It's Nick Joby, kill him softly, play that shit slowly. On the keys like Tony, throwing subs, they get toasted. About my bread like a hoagie. This beat ice cold, look how I ride this Zamboni. I feel like old Tiny, good anywhere you throw me. She eat a Chobani, cause her body getting bony. Late night, heavy scrolling, vape light, heavy smoking. We got unhealthy habits, we been already.
Ayo, what's going on everyone? Nathan here. So it's been 5 years. Apple made us wait 5 years for them to finally release their second generation of the AirPods Max. And honestly, I have some very mixed feelings about these headphones. So let's talk about what's new, what's still embarrassingly the same, and my very first impressions with these. So let's get into it. All right, so in typical Apple fashion, the unboxing experience is top tier. Inside, you get the AirPods Max 2 themselves, the smart case, a USB-C charging cable, and your usual documentation. Nothing crazy in the box, but for $550, you at least want Apple to feel like they respect you, and with all their products, that definitely does that. Very clean, simple, premium, very Apple-like. So now for the color of the headphones, I decided to go with their Starlight colorway, which is definitely a very muted champagne color. And I'll be honest, on Apple's website, it looks almost gold, which had me a little nervous because I'm definitely more of a silver guy. I don't have like any gold accessories or anything like that. So I'm very happy to report that these almost look silver, especially in different certain like lighting situations. So I am actually very happy with how these look. But besides that, you can get these headphones in blue, purple, orange, or midnight. But for me personally, I really do like to have my accessories more of like muted tones, and so that's why I went with the Starlight colorway. Okay, so let's talk about what was actually upgraded with these headphones, and there's really only two big upgrades to these headphones. The first is that these now have the H2 chip inside of them, and what that means in practice is significantly better noise cancellation, up to 1.5 times better than the previous generation according to Apple. This also improves transparency mode, which Apple has been the industry standard for a long time now, and these sound super natural, almost like you're not wearing anything on your head. The H2 chip also allows for a bunch of other smart audio features such as adaptive audio, which will adjust your audio based on the environment you're in. You also get conversational awareness, which is one of my favorite features in the AirPods Pro 3, because when you start talking to someone, your volume will automatically lower so you can actually hear what that other person is saying, and it's no big hassle. So I'm glad that that made it to these headphones as well. And live translation, which is a genuinely wild feature to have, where you can have a conversation with someone in a different language and it'll translate that person's language to your own in real time. I've personally never really had a use for this, but I'm sure a lot of people can. So just a really cool feature to have with these. And the second big upgrade to these headphones is that there is a new high dynamic range amplifier in them. Apple says that these will provide more headroom, richer bass, more natural vocals, and a wider soundstage. And this is actually what I'm most surprised about and excited with these, which I'll talk about just in a little bit, is the sound quality. I do genuinely think that these have been upgraded over the originals. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button down below and also subscribe, as I have plenty more content planned out for the future. And if you enjoy this, then you're probably going to enjoy those videos as well. All right, so now let's talk about what has stayed the same, which in short is everything else. But this is really where I have my problem with Apple's decisions on what to upgrade with the second generation. And depending on who you are, this is a good or a bad thing. The first thing is the design and build quality are identical to the originals. And look, I don't entirely hate that because these are still probably the best built headphones on the market. These still have the canopy headband, which is made of a knit mesh material, and this still perfectly distributes the weight so you never get that painful pressure on the top of your head. The acoustically engineered memory foam mesh ear cushions are still swappable and extremely comfortable. The telescoping arms still extend smoothly from that stainless steel frame and somehow never loosen while you're wearing them. These headphones are still genuinely built like a piece of precision hardware. That hasn't changed, and I do still really like that about these headphones. The controls on these are also the same. On the right ear cup, you've got the digital crown, play, pause, skip tracks, control volume, answer calls. It's all still here and one of the best physical control interfaces on any headphone. And then next to that is the listening mode button, which will flip between ANC and transparency modes. So in terms of battery life, this is also the same as the originals. You're still just getting 20 hours of battery life. And when you compare that to the rest of the market, they definitely lag behind there. There is still no power off button, which is kind of insane to say. And yes, these do still come with Apple's smart case right here, which just covers parts of the headphones themselves and leaves the headband completely exposed. I still don't understand why someone approved this at Apple and then went off and approved it for the second generation as well. I think that this was just a industry-wide, everyone did not like this case. I understand it's kind of like a style thing, but I really wish that they updated this, made it more protective, and also just more functional. So after 5 years, these still have the same design, same battery, same case, same controls, no folding, and no power off button. And that's just really frustrating to hear because these were all just general complaints I feel like almost everyone had with the originals, and I really don't understand why Apple didn't decide to make upgrades to those as well. All right, so the most important feature of headphones, and that's how do they sound, and this is really where I get my mixed emotions from because going into this, I had really low expectations based on what Apple had portrayed was getting upgraded, but honestly, I do notice a difference to the sound quality of these. I think these things sound great. The bass is extremely rich and punchy without being overbearing. The mids are pushed back as most mainstream headphones are, and the highs are crystal clear, even at max volume. So for my full review, I will go into further detail and try to explain better about how these actually sound, but just based off my first impressions, I was genuinely surprised, and I do love how these sound across a wide variety of genres. All right, so where do I land with the AirPods Max 2? And again, this is just my initial impressions. I'm gonna save my full recommendation for my review video, which will be coming out shortly, and if it's already up by the time you're watching this, I'll link it on screen right here so you can check out after this one. But man, I'm just so torn. The $550 price tag is just so expensive. It makes this such a hard recommendation compared to the competition. And you can also now find refurbished original AirPods Maxes on Amazon for around $370, which is such a better deal. This is even a harder recommendation if you already own the originals, unless you can somehow sell them on Facebook Marketplace and then probably cut the cost of these in half, then you might have a case there to upgrade. I just really wish Apple made more meaningful upgrades to these since it's been so long since the originals to justify that $550 price tag. There were clear complaints across the board from almost everyone, and Apple did not address those complaints, which stinks. They should have designed a better travel case. They should have made these collapsible, increased the battery life, and I honestly also think they should have waited until the H3 chip was finished to ship these with those as well, because the H2 chip was released in 2022, and so I'm sure it's due. The H3 chip will probably be coming out soon, if I had to guess, and then you just invested in a very expensive pair of headphones, and then it'll already be behind in technology. So I really wish that they kind of had it all in one. When they released the 2s, they also had the H3 chip inside of it, but I mean, I don't know. They did what they did. With that being said though, I do believe Apple made meaningful upgrades to the 2 most important parts of these headphones, and that's its sound quality and its ANC. I really do think that these headphones sound amazing. The ANC is top tier, and also their transparency mode is unmatched. So that alone really just elevates these headphones to its own level, and again, it's so tough to justify that price point though, which really is where I'm kind of stuck with my mixed emotions about these. I was honestly just planning on getting these, testing them out for a few weeks, and then probably just returning them. But after listening to them for the past couple of days, it now has me thinking about potentially keeping them, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. So stick around for my full review and I'll let you know what I do there. But that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope it was a little informational and helped you kind of better decide if you think these are right for you. And if you also enjoyed this video, then click on the screen right now, as YouTube thinks that you're gonna like one of these videos as well. And with that being said, have a great day, everyone. Cheers.
Liquidity dry, I couldn't quit if I tried. It's been a ride through all the waves and the tides. Little emptiness inside from all them days with the guys. Try to mask it, but I know you